Okay, I'm going to record it. Okay, we are going to talk about the It Starts With Yellow campaign. So here's what happened. It's so funny how a week goes by and it feels like a whole month has gone by. Yes, hashtag It Starts With Yellow. So I remember like a couple months ago, Dawn and I, when we were creating our slide deck, and I remember Dawn and I had this intention of making the slide deck feel like a lifestyle, right? And when we did it, I remember in the very beginning, a lot of leaders came on to that, including Marilee, Shauna, there were some others. And they are always collaborating. And then I saw shortly after that, um, like in talking to Marilee a lot, they wanted to do the same thing. Like they just wanted to bring something forward that just got people excited again and back to our roots. And then fast forward, we have this, it starts with yellow. And the first time I saw it through LifeVantage. I saw Lexi, who is in marketing and LifeVantage, do a post. And in her post, you could tell she took the LifeVantage behind her and she turned it into yellow. And Lexi told her personal story of how she came to LifeVantage. And then she did a hashtag, it starts with yellow. And I was like, oh, I see you. This is good. This is good. So then I went to Shauna and Marilee and I'm like, what? Look what you guys have created. I see what's happening. I just started seeing on social media. And they said, you're going to love this. We just want you to know, like, we prayed over this for a very long time before it really just started to flow. And they were all masterminding together. Five of them came together. And Jenny Crane came up with the It Starts With Yellow. They literally had a whiteboard and they were just kind of writing out ideas. And the It Starts With Yellow just came to her because it starts with Protandem, right? It's so cool. And then, so it starts with yellow. And they apparently, I mean, we heard Carrie Dickey last week, right, on our Zoom. She talked about how they did something, and Michael Berndorf, the current CEO, was on and heard them. And he was like, this is the greatest thing I've heard in our 15 years, 17 years, whatever. And then before I know it, we see LifeVantage has a special LifeVantage consultant Instagram page. Now, the LifeVantage consultant Instagram page is all about our stories, lifestyle, and LifeVantage as a company, right? The trips, the promos, all the things. And then you see corporate having a yellow party, yellow balloons. They're all dressed in yellow. Like all this energy encapsulated, like within 48 hours, I saw all of this. And I was like, I am in. This is fun. It's just so fun. You guys, today I ordered a yellow phone case and I ordered a yellow purse off Amazon. I paid like 30 bucks for all of it. And I ordered a new yellow top, all on Amazon, because I was like, I am going all in and I'm going to have people ask me why the heck I've got yellow everywhere. Right? Yes. Yellow was not in my wheel of colors when I got my colors done, but I'm going to make it happen. I'll just get a tan. But it's just fun. And fun gives people joy, and joy makes people want to do things. And that is the goal right now is wanting us to talk and do things going into the fall so that again we can plant as many seeds as possible. And yes, yellow is so joyful, right? And when most people like to take their foot off the gas in the summer, that can be detrimental coming into what we're going into. If people take their foot off the gas too much, sometimes it takes a while to gain that momentum. And so I'm not saying put the pressure on yourself of, I got to enroll, 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 enroll. I'm telling you, put the joy into your business and talk to as many people as you can. So here's some things that have come from this that I want to share with you. And whatever you need help with, you just let me know. But one of them, the first one I love, is that LifeVantage came up with a logo again. And if you remember for Vegas, they came up with a logo. So they created this. Look, I've got Kristen because we're doing a Zoom this Friday for Kristen. But they've got a logo here. This one I can't get to work for some reason, but I just want to show you. I can do this very easily for you if it's hard for you. But when these are created in Canva and you see like this cloud with the grass, that basically means that you can transpose a picture and it's going to go in there automatically. So if you watch this, if I drag Kristen over, oh, she'll go right into it. It just goes right in. So it's set up that way. So if anybody would like to have this, like tomorrow, I'm going to put this on my profile. Like all things yellow, I am in. So if anybody wants help with that, or you have a certain picture you love, text it to me. It'll take me seconds to do it, and I'll send it back to you. It'd be so fun if we all did it on the same, if we all did it tomorrow. So let me know if you're watching this live. So LifeVantage created that. They've got instructions there too if you want to try on your own. But I suggest this one. This one I can't get to work for some reason. And then we know that they created Biohack and Activate. Okay. So Biohack and Activate, I want you to know I did update it in boards. So if you go to our Team Act folder and you go to First Look Videos, it is now the first one in there. So if you text this to anybody and click on it, it will auto-populate. The link will populate into your text, into Facebook Messenger, and it will take them to this site. Now, this site is genius. This site, over and over again, tells the person, get back to the person that invited you, okay? It does not send them to anyone like on their teams. But you will see this one is called the yellow video. They're calling it the yellow video. Isn't that so cool, you guys? I love it. And it has the ABC report, but then it's 4 minutes, but then into it, they will talk about some updates at the end
of what cellular activation,
and they just make it look sexy.
From Harvard to LSU
and then they
to the
add
National
some before and
Institute of Aging.
afters.
The story didn't stop; it deepened. What started as curiosity, until
And
you
then
hear
they go
the
to
rest of the
end.
story.
And they say it all starts with yellow, but wait till you hear the rest of the story. This is 4 minutes. Okay. This is your introduction. Then here is the rest of the story. And this is less than 30 minutes and it's a complete overview. Talks about the yellow. I mean, it's just, it looks pretty. It talks about Protandim, the beginning of our story, how we took Protandim and it has synergy with other products. And then you can see in this video, every single one of them have a section. So Marilee, Shauna, Jamie, Jenny, and before they start talking,
better and look better.
They show a screen of like they tell their story. So you've got stories with this presentation. Then it says to take a closer look at the products. This is called the showcase. The showcase. And this is where they go through more of the products. And then get back to the consultant who invited you. And then if you go down from here, additional products, still have questions. There's so much information here, but this is the beginning and this is so simple. Okay. So this one is more about the business. Well, this one's our whole story. And this one goes into a little more detail on the products that we have. So here's an example. I prospected my first gal at Athleta. If you guys don't know, I got a part-time job at Athleta so I could get out of the house because I need to get out of the house, especially work with my husband. He would laugh at that. He won't take it personally. And I wanted to meet women my age and that would be interested in like my things, and Athleta was the one that I thought of. I haven't made any money yet because I keep buying clothes, but it's fun. Anyway, I prospected my first gal because of a conversation we had while we were working together. And then she has looked into direct selling before, but she's never done it. But I know that she's a mom, she's pregnant, and for her, it makes sense to do direct selling because to do direct selling means that she could have her own, like it just all makes sense to her to have her own thing, leave a legacy for her kids, all the things. So there was a part of me that was like, is it too soon for me to make a move with my other business when I'm a new employee there? But then there was a part of me that said, that is fear getting in the way. My calling is to make sure that I share this with as many people as possible. And she literally told me she believes in direct selling. So it's my obligation to share it with her. So I invited her and I literally told her I loved our conversation at the store the other day. I said, your first impression to me was so amazing. I can't believe no one snagged you up yet in direct selling. I believe it truly is for you to have your kids so young. It's a prime time for you to start an industry like this, build while they're young, and then as they grow up, they get to see what you've done for them because you're going to be around and be present. And as you grow, they will see you grow. And that's how you start to leave a legacy. I'm like, that's what I've done for my girls. So she said, I'm open. And I said, it starts with our yellow video. This is our simple system. And I sent her this link. And I said, you'll start with the yellow video. And then right under there is the whole story. And I'm like, watch this, and then we'll connect. Isn't that great? That's so, yes, it's so great. Like, if again, yes, we have our favorite presentations. The presentations are still going to be happening, all the things. But instead of having to look for this presentation, that presentation, blah, 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 or one from the past that highlighted one certain product, it's all right here in one link, all right here. And then there was another gal. I've been prospecting her for years, years. She continually ghosts me on Facebook Messenger, but I know she's interested. She says she's interested. She's like, I'm not ready to say no yet, but I'm not ready to say yes. And today she sent me a message and I was like, oh, she's live in the chat. So I didn't waste any time. I was like, girl, we are making it simple. We're getting back to our roots and it starts with yellow and you got to watch this because I know she's done direct selling before. So I said to her, look how cool this tool is. Watch the yellow video and look at our story under it. Done. She'll ghost me again for a while, but now I know she's got the information. I love this. I think this is so great. I'm also going to play around with like, I'm going to change, for those of you that came on late, I'm going to change my profile picture tomorrow. I'd love it if all of you did it with me. Let me know if you want me to help you do that tonight. I will stay up as late as I need to do to change those profile pictures. I think it'd be so fun if we all did it at the same time. I also want to change my cover photo and make it something about yellow. I don't know what yet. If I find something fun, I'll share it in the chat and I'll let you guys know. But it's just so fun. I mean, I would say to you, if you have yellow, break it out and wear it as much as you can and have people ask you, why are you always wearing yellow? And then you simply say, because I am part of the most fun movement in the world. We are the yellow company. Our company started because of a little yellow pill. Have you heard of Protandim? Nope. Well, I got a yellow video. You need to watch it. So fun. It's going to be a yellow summer, right? Simple, 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 simple. And I also want to say too, the summer sizzle videos that uh, the presidentials are doing. I watched one tonight and with Skip Campbell, and even Skip Campbell was reined in. So the one, if you've not seen Brandon's presentation, he has, you'll see some of, I don't know if, okay, stop, Tanya. Brandon Cunningham has a very great presentation that's very like male focused, I guess. It's not the slides or we've seen typically, but it works well and it tells the story well. Those are the slides the presidentials are using. It is exactly 30 minutes. Even Skip stayed in line with it. They tell their personal story at the beginning. They go through the slides and it's done very, very well. So when I saw Skip earlier tonight, I text my chiropractor right away and I'm like, if you're interested, there's a chiropractor sharing tonight. Here's the details. I can't be on, but if you want to be a fly on the wall, you can tune in. So remember, those are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think they're going to be great. If you've got a guy you're thinking of, I think they'll be great presentations to plug people into. I don't think they're putting the recordings anywhere. I think this is just something to plug into live, and that's why they're doing them so often. So just remember, I post those same details when I do the Monday thread of what's happening for the week. That is in there. So there's, yeah, the password's in there, everything. Okay, Yellow Banner office hours. I wanted to remind you of my office hours. So every Monday, I do office hours at 10 a.m. Central. And Laura has been like, she's been plugging into those almost every Monday. And it becomes, yeah, it becomes like our personal, it's like we're having coffee together. And some really great stuff has come from that. And I know not everybody can, because I know some people work as well. But I just want to remind you, it can be really special time together where people can grow together. And I've found that, like, even if Dean has come on and then Laura comes on, like, we just all kind of talk and you can learn from one another. So just remember, if you need anything or want to talk something through or feel stuck or technology, whatever, that's why I just turn on my Zoom for an hour, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain, and I just sit there and work until somebody comes on and needs me. And it just works out really amazing. So I wanted to remind you of that. Okay, here's the other thing. With it starts with yellow. So some people will say like hashtags don't matter. I say who cares? Use it. Just use it because you never know when it becomes a movement like that and everybody starts doing it. Sometimes there are those people like me that love network marketing that are like, what does this mean? I keep seeing this. And they will search it to find the meaning of it. So I don't care what you're posting. If you're posting about your dog, if you're posting about the hot dog you ate at farmer's market, like put the hashtag, it starts with yellow in your post, in every single post you do. Hashtag, it starts with yellow. But here's what I want you to do this week. I do have homework for you. I want to encourage you to share your story again, not alive. I want you to post a picture of yourself and I want you to share your story again. Yes, be as compliant as you possibly can. And I don't want you to think about the results. I don't want you to think about what Tanya thinks. I don't want you to think about what everybody thinks. I want you to think about the person that is going through what you went through. And your goal is for your story to connect with them. The pain, the struggles, if it's financial or if it was health, or if it's searching for a purpose, whatever you were struggling with before you found LifeVantage, I want you to share that. And I want you to share what you found and how you feel now. And the intention is to connect to the person that needs to hear your story because they're going through the same pain that you went through. That is the goal. The goal is connection. The goal is not to get a result. Does that make sense? If you need help tweaking it, you let me know. But you are not, when you post, okay, and I have gone through this exercise with a couple people now. And if you would like to go through this with me, let me know. But this is coming from the coaching I've gotten from Bob Heilig. And he has made my world so much lighter. And I don't ever think about everyone when I post. I think about the woman that I want to work with. When I post, I'm posting for her. I want to reach her so that if I meet her in the streets, if I meet her at the mall, if I meet her online and she goes to my page, she's like, yep, I connect, I connect, I connect, I connect. That's the intention. Okay. So I want you to share your story again. Why did it start? How did it start with yellow for you? What were you searching for? And what have you found?
Did you say not alive?
No, I think it should be a post that people can read.
Oh, read. Okay.
Yes. Yep. I just don't feel like lives are, we're in a TikTok era. And I just don't feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, just from my personal experience lately, if you're doing a live, it's got to be so quick and to the point. But I find that if I make a post and I hook them pretty quickly, like if I hook if your story is health oriented, or I made a post the other day about a bankruptcy, and pretty quickly on, like I think in the first two lines I talked about that, like bringing them in, capturing them early to want to read it, and people will take the time to read, especially if they feel like it connects to them. But listening, it's just, we're all ADD now. It's so sad. So I just really want you to take the time to kind of pour your heart into getting someone to feel what it felt like for you and to build that connection. Okay. And again, if you need help with it, let me know. But that's my goal for you this week. And the hashtag, it starts with yellow. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you real quick. I have mentioned that on my Facebook page, I have been unfollowing people. And I know that I don't mean it to sound rude, but unless you're on my team, I do not. But I just want to show you what that looks like. So I'm basically, as I go through my Facebook, if I come across someone that is in LifeVantage, like I know Julie is, okay? Well, she kind of is. She's not really as much. But anyway, I just go to these three dots. And then what I do is it'll just say unfollow Julie. And then I just click that. What this has done for me is it has cleaned up my feed so much. And look, there's going to be a couple people, like when I was talking to Laura today in office hours, there are a couple of like mentors for her in LifeVantage that she wants to see in her feed because they inspire her. Totally get that. But if it comes to like, a regular cross-line person or whatever, you don't. And then sometimes we get all this crap. I just always X out of it because I'm like, I want to see my people. So like Wendy, she's from Idaho, right? I'm keeping my feed as people that I know have not used the product, maybe once did, or they're a customer, or there's someone I know I want to work with. And that's what I get to see in my feed instead of just a bunch of LifeVantage. And it's so fun. Like it makes me want to scroll because then I'm intentional. Like Jerry, I know that I'm going to get her back. Okay. So I am going to 100% love on Jerry's posts and I'm going to make comments. So I just would highly, highly suggest that for you as well as we go into what's coming ahead and you wanting to share with as many people as possible, planting as many seeds as possible, and building connection and conversation. Just highly, highly suggest that. Okay. Clark, it is so good to see you on here. I'm so glad that you are with us. So thank you for being here. Glad you're here. And if you need anything else, my friend, just let me know. I'd love to connect with you and Katie one-on-one, and we can help you get started. So everybody, please welcome Clark. He's new to Katie Walsh's team. Awesome. Okay, does anybody have, oh, and one other thing. Sorry, I'm going to go back to share one more time. On boards, this is something I know all my medical people are going to love, love, love. In here is, and Laura and I talked about this today too. In boards, there is a new folder called the medical professional folder. So if you open that, I've got stuff in here for chiropractors, just videos and tools. There's a customer calculator as well also for medical professionals. You'll see that everywhere. But right here, if you click on this, it's medical professional, there's a bunch of stuff on here. The Nerve 2 breakthrough, and it's just information that they might love. This is never something that I would just send to them without asking them. When I'm talking to a medical professional, I will always say to them before I send something, what's your preferable way of getting information? Do you want to talk to another doctor? Do you want to listen to some recordings, or do you want to read information? I ask them what they prefer. I don't just give it to them. So this is long, and you could take screenshots out of some of this, but one of them in here, there is an index, right? Table of contents right here. And like number 7, chapter 7 basically is registered statements with the FDA. Things that we can say. We are not FDA approved, but the FDA has approved that we can make these statements as a supplement company, quote unquote. So you can go down to that and it will give you statements that we can and cannot say. And Laura was going through those today and was just like, this is amazing that we can say this and we can say that and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, reading through some of those, if you go through this yourself for some nighttime reading, it may trigger like a statement for you that you might want to like use in a post, right? And as you're sharing your story. But again, I would just say to you, again, people don't connect with science, they connect with emotion and they connect with feeling. And again, I want you to share your own personal story, how you felt before you found LifeVantage, how you found it, and what life feels like now. And it does not have, if you don't have a health story, make it about community, make it about finding your purpose, make it about getting your first paycheck, whatever it might be, share that story and put that hashtag, it starts with yellow. And your intention is connection, not results. Okay? All right.
I'm sorry, Tanya, what were the 3? How did you
how
find
you
it?
felt before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How you found LifeVantage, and then how you feel now.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And I would even suggest too, like, you don't even have to say like how you don't have to say LifeVantage. Like you'll see in my bankruptcy story, I didn't even mention LifeVantage. I just talked about how our life turned around. Because again, we want to build a connection that opens conversation, not somebody to go, oh, they're just trying to sell me on their company. Does that make sense? You just literally want it to be a story to share, not a story that goes out there with the intent of If you want to talk, message me. It's simply just sharing your story. You're not thinking about a result. You just want to connect.
Tanya, will you say those three again, please?
Yes. How you felt before, how you found a solution. We'll say that, how you found a solution. And now how you feel today. Anything else? Okay. All right. Let me close this out in prayer, okay? Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for bringing Clark into our community. We're so happy that he's here, and we just pray for abundance for him and that he can see the vision with this company to help him change his life and the lives of those around him. Thank you for our community. Just thank you, Lord, for this movement. Time and time again, there is proof that you have your hand on this company and that we are a legacy company that is only just getting started. Thank you for this movement. Thank you for this reminder of how we all started. It's just crazy that it took so long to come up with this simple, beautiful phrase. Thank you for the excitement and the energy and the fun. Thank you for the joy that is being infused back into our company. And I cannot wait to see what's ahead. So help us, Lord, to lean into our purpose as to why you brought us here. Help us to let go of the results. Help us to trust coming from love, to let go of fear, and help us to be aware of when one or the other is leading, and remind us to always just lead with love. And we know that if we do that, you will bring the right people to us. And Lord, this time I'm asking, bring the right people to us fast. Let's see the speed at which you can work in our lives and in our company. In your name we pray, amen. Sometimes you just got to ask, right? Okay. All right, you guys. Blow up my text if you want me to help you with your profile photo, and I will do that. My phone number, 605-212-5748. Okay. Mwah. Love you. Bye.